Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. This is the Straight Jacket podcast 256. With my good friend Nuruddin. Nuruddin, how are you,
Yes,
man?
bro.
Manchester traffic got you. What's going on, man?
The rain, yo. Look at me. Sweating, running here, bro. It's been one of those days, but big love, bro. Sorry that I'm late. Big up Straight Jacket Army. How are we? Are we
Yeah,
having it or what? Smash that absolute like on the
yeah,
fucking video while you're there, innit? Smash a like on the video, people. Uh
yeah,
yeah, I'm good, bro. It's winter is here, innit? It's darkness,
yeah.
it's sleep, mate.
Darkness,
It's
mate.
start
Before
rain.
5 p.m., man.
What do
Before
you call
5 p.m., mate. It's
what do you call that that rain? Is it like sleet? No, that snow. So, you know that drippy rain?
sleet. Sleet, you mean?
Oh god,
Or
horrible.
drizzle or something. I don't know, man.
Drizzle, bro, it's
Rain is
horrible.
rain
Anyway,
is
let
good
us know in the
stuff.
comments what do you call that snide little rain when it's not properly raining, but it's raining, but
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
drizzle.
properly raining.
It's called drizzle, man. It's called drizzle. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Big up to everybody here, man. Make sure you like the video. Podcast 256. It's gonna be me and Nuruddin today only here. Brian and Aaron couldn't make it. But yeah, Nuruddin, you were at the game yesterday.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
women's
man. Big
game.
up, people.
Unlucky to the women's
Yeah. I
team.
was at the game
Apparently
yesterday.
they're asking for their manager to be sacked. Apparently, that manager needs to go. But yeah, Man City on and
You
off
know
the
what's
pitch for
mad about it?
women, you know.
You know what's mad about it, Saeed? I don't know whether it's him or the club because last season the team looked like proper coach. Remember, we went to a couple of games last season.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah, yeah,
no,
yeah,
the
yeah.
season before, actually, the team looked coached. They look like they know what they're doing. He's
Yeah,
dismantled a lot of that team. And now we look like the men. Yesterday, we played a bit like the men, bro. Obviously, two errors came. And I'm thinking, is it
yeah,
just
yeah,
me? They made two, like they gave City two goals. City didn't deserve the two
yeah,
goals, bro. So they just it was a
yeah.
gift. It was like early Crimbo. There you go, wrapped, gift wrapped. You know what I mean? But I
Oh,
definitely did not question them for effort. One thing I will say, and at times the men's team, I question them for effort every week.
yeah.
You
No,
know
you
what I
know
mean?
what, man?
So,
They have that girl. Is it Chloe Thompson? She's a good player, man. Is she called
yeah,
Chloe
yeah.
Thompson? Their winger. She was excellent yesterday. I watched the game, man. So commiserations, man. You know what I mean? But listen, United women and United men, we're all the same now. You know what
We're
I
in
mean?
the
In
mud.
terms of
We're in the mud,
yeah,
man.
absolutely, man. Big up to Minnow. She's always watching the women's team as well. Hope
Yeah,
you're well, Minnow. Chloe Kelly. Why did I say Chloe Thompson? It's
yeah,
Chloe
yeah. Chloe
Kelly. That's
Kelly,
the
yeah,
one.
yeah. And the other
Yeah,
one
yeah,
is it
yeah.
Hem, the number 11 for England as well. She's really good for City.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Number
yeah,
11,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. She played well, the
Yeah,
winger.
that's it. That's it.
But
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
fair, you can tell it was a big win for them at OT because you can tell that they celebrate like they won the league. City
yeah.
fans,
But
they were
this is what I'm saying.
celebrating like they
Derby
won
Day,
the
you know
league.
it though. Derby Day is about bragging rights. This is why I always say to people, yeah. People always say to me, "Why are you moaning when United lost? You expected it." You know, when you lose on Derby Day, man, it's so hard because you got all these City fans coming at you saying, "Oh man, you lost on Derby Day." So I always say, if you do anything, yeah, leave pride on Derby Day. Leave it all on the pitch. If you don't, then it's not looking good, innit? It's not looking good, man. But listen, Lourdes, it's been a good one. Make sure you like the video, people. We got some news today about Murtough madness. He's finally leaving today, man. We're gonna chat about Murtough madness. But yeah, news coming today. We won't say his name because you know what I mean. We're not fond of him. But he's saying here, Man United are planning to replace John Murtough as football director. Murtough is definitely going, man. Luridan, man, is finally about to leave. He left. He's gonna leave. You got Richard Arnold leaving. But Murtough madness, Luridan, man. You know what's funny here? Why I always got the hub with Myrtle, and everyone's saying, "Oh, but it's not his fault." It's what the hype around him used to be, Nuruddin. It was like Myrtle's going to fix everything. Myrtle's the new man in charge. Myrtle's going to come in and be different to the other ones that came in. You know, just to give you some backdrop on this guy. This guy's been here since David Moyes, Nuruddin. When you actually deep it, he's been here for a while. And now he's finally on his way out, man. Big up to Kelly says internal discussions and meetings are ongoing. New Man United officials, sport director, CEO. So Jim Ratcliffe once said a strong match by shaking up the board. But yeah, no, are you sad he's leaving, Myrtle? Are you sad like everyone else? Or are you happy like me, man? What are you saying, Lourdes?
I always think about what's going on is the fact that Manchester United as a football club is a clownish football club. So when I don't celebrate him getting sacked or Arnold, because they were just Glazer lackeys. You know, Glazers, they're just Glazer lackeys. So I don't subscribe like anything to them and think who they are to them. Like, so for me, they're just there to give cover to Joe Glazer making the decisions. And I always said to you, I never bought into any of that, Murtough, any of that. I never bought into it because I always Glazeronomics of the system is still here. So how can a director of football, even if he was any good, how can we really know? But then we realized that he wasn't any good, because why are you flying to Turin to meet with Rabiot's mum when she's telling you the same price about his wages? He's the highest paid. How come a guy like me knows it in Hume that he's the highest paid footballer at that time in Serie A? And if you're not going to match that, and actually I'm a bit more, then you are not going to get him. But he flew there. And then again, him and Arnold fly to Barcelona twice on the Frankie de Jong thing, this deal that was so complicated. So for me, he showed himself for what he is. I said you can be able to do that for youth team because there's no massive pressure. You can maybe help with the women's team to help set them up. But first team is totally different type of pressure. So for me, he took his money while he was well. He's made a lot of money at Manchester United. He came in with David Moyes, just to give a bit of context. He came in as a development guy, football development, young talent. That's what that thing was about. So all the best, all the Georgie best to him. All the best to him. That's the thing, by the way. We used to say that with the sideburns. So that's a paying tribute to Georgie Best's sideburns. We always say all the Georgie best. Right? That was me and my boys.
You know what's mad, yeah? He's a guy who's coming from the job through technicality, you know what I mean? He's coming, jobs for the boys. He's been recommended.
Exactly.
It's basically been recommended from within, innit? You know what I mean? And that's the issue. What I was kind of saying every time is that you need the best in class. You know, you can't have a guy who, oh yeah, because he's got a different title, he becomes a better person. You are in the same group of people that you've been working with. You all have the same philosophy, same ideas. You know, we're gonna deep dive into his kind of mishandlings at the football club in a bit, Norton. But it was always a bad idea to hire from within, especially when a guy who hasn't had the CV. You know, I mean, this guy started as a sports development officer. You know, his role has been changed 1,000 times. But you ain't gonna fool anyone. It's almost like the clown. You know, the clown changes his face every so often, Norton. But end of the day, you're the same clown. You're not any different. You're the same person there, and nobody's gonna buy into a different role and you changing, mate. Because at the end of the day, you're on the same constraints with the Glazers anyway. That's one thing. But also, you haven't got a clue, man. And this is one of them. And he's been a part of a few problems that that he signed these sort of players. These have been club signings. And he's been part of it. Whether it's not his decision or not, final say or not, he's been part of it as well, Nuruddin.
Yeah. Yeah, no, 100%. I agree with you. Like, yeah, when I look at Murtough and Arnold, I told everybody at that time, Saeed. So it's vindicated again. I told them that these clowns do not make the biggest decisions at this football club. But like you said, jobs for the boys with Darren Fletcher. Before it was Mickey Phelan, you know what I mean, Carrick, and what's the other one called now at Ipswich?
Kieran McKenna.
Yeah. All these guys, man. All these guys. Listen, go and prove yourself somewhere else. Then have the thing that where you've been successful, you've done amazing somewhere else to come then to Manchester United. But I genuinely do think we're doomed. Me personally, I think Jim ain't gonna fix shit. I think Jim's record in all sports, I don't know if you've looked into that. Jim's record in all sports is not all great, bro. Mercedes, Nice the second. This is their most the start to a season they've had. Grasshoppers are doing what they're doing over there in Switzerland. The cycling team is struggling. Sky cycling team is struggling now. So yeah, it's not that great. So I don't expect. But to me, the biggest test of Jim Ratcliffe is that can he get rid of Glazeronomics? And I don't believe 25% will he get to confidence. But Murtough, and especially Murtough's role, it was a lackey. He's a lackey. He's just there as a prop. Remember, Woodward approached Patrice Evra. Woodward approached Rio. Yeah. They're both clever enough to go. Every time United lose,
Nicky Butt. Butt as well. Remember, Nicky Butt was going to get certain parts of the roles and whatnot, and obviously that changed and so forth. So you know what I mean? When you actually deep it, Norton, it wasn't going to be him. You know. So I looked at it, Norton, and I'm like, you know what, man? It's one of them where someone's asking here, Northern, why don't you think anything will change? This is literally change happening in our very eyes. I know you wanted a full sale, and there'll be changes. It's just about if they are good enough. You know what? I think Northern has been told so many lies in the past. I think that's what's creating the kind of disinterest. For me, you have to
I have to
believe it
say,
until you see it.
but
If
look
you
at my
believe it.
record, sir. So look at my record, though. Why do I come in here and go, I've been vindicated yet again? I don't jump into things. For me, I don't see Manchester United winning a Champions League or a league title anytime soon, unless the Glazers are gone. Because, like I said to you before, the virus, it's so much virus. You need a strong, Manchester United need a strong injection of a vaccine. And the only vaccine that's available is the Glazers all go. And then nobody's got the virus. The club it is rotten from head to toe. I said that. So I'm sorry to say, but getting back, because he's on that toxic positivity thing. Who was that then? The name of that person who messaged me.
Rainer.
Big up Rainer. At the end of the day, I just look at this and I think, without the Glazer and Glazonomics changing, you have to put Manchester United Football Club back in the shirt. All of that side, taking off the New York Stock Exchange. I don't see it changing because we're still going to sell players. We're not going to be able to sell players. We're not going to be able to buy players, and then we put them on ludicrous wages, and then we can't get rid of them when they're not good enough for the manager. So this idea, but that's not going to work. Listen, big up Sophia Football. Make sure you check her channel out, by the way. Love sister.
Yeah,
we've always needed to decimate the board. Yeah, they decimate the board, but that ain't going to fix it when Joe Glazer is still the majority shareholder at this football club. How? That's why I'm not buying into this. And I'm not even seeing the detail, but I've been warning people, Saeed. I told them that the Glazers are not fully selling. Did I not tell anybody or did I not tell anybody, Saeed? Have I not been telling the fans for a year and a half? I told them. I said, don't get excited about anything. When everybody was clickbaiting them, I told you all. So I'm sorry to say, you're asking me, why do I not? Come on, man. I don't know what. I know sometimes you have to try to see the positives in things, but there's no positives out here, man. There isn't.
No.
There are no positives.
There's no positives, man.
There's
no positives.
I look at things like Man City. I look at like Manchester City. I look at Bayern Munich. I look at Real Madrid. I look at what they're doing. They're making change, and then we get their has-beens. We're gonna get still their has-beens. Listen, this club is that dire. Out of the last 5 games, Johnny Evans, who's 35, starts centre-half for Manchester United. And you're telling me to be fucking positive about some things. What do you need me to be positive about? What's going to fucking change? Is that going to change? The only change is full sale, Glazers out. That's it. Then, as all fans, we can be optimistic. We can be hopeful. The new regime, the new owners of the football club, and see what they do. If they do anything different to what Glazers have been doing. But we can't even get that. So what do we be positive about?
Yeah. Do you think the footballing structure, bringing these guys in, will make short-term better decisions? But obviously, for the greater good, the Glazers will still be here. Do you reckon that the football structure will be enough to kind of hold the football club in good light? Like, you know how you make these little short-term decisions? I think it is short-term because we never know what the football club's going to be like. But in the short term, is it good that we do have footballing people in charge? Because you always talked about having a structure. I know the Glazers are still here, and don't get me wrong, it's still a big decision, Odin. But having these guys, Claude Blanc, whoever's going to come in, Paul Mitchell, is it going to save anything in the immediate future, like signings, etc.? Because we are going to make, hopefully, better signings. But then again, you don't know nowadays, do you, man? But is it about signings? Is it because we're not going to get infrastructure? That's going to be a long-term thing. But in terms of the short term, better signings, more signings that you would say, right, that fits the profile, that fits the philosophy. Is that the hope that a lot of people have in that regards, though? Do you understand where it's coming from?
So okay, I said, do you remember I said I'm going to give this new football structure? Remember we spoke to Danny, we were all speaking.
Yeah.
We did other podcasts, and remember we said, oh, we're going to give this a chance to see how it works. What has it shown me? I was right all along. I told people, right, about that ain't working. it's not going to work because as long as the Glazeronomics still there, these guys are just there to make up the numbers. They're just lackeys. They're taking money. John Murtough, because John Murtough's taking money, and then every time we sign a player or somebody signs a renewal contracts at it, he comes out and goes, "Oh yeah, we're doing this, we're doing." Listen, at the end of the day, it's simple for me. Manchester United, when I look at it and the way I look at it, I gave the new structure a chance. What did the new structure get you? Nothing. It showed me even more that without Glazer approvals, nothing ain't happening. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So you tell me now, how's 25%? How is he when they've already told you that the Glazers basically are going to be, Joe Glazer is going to be part of the footballing department, overseeing things with Jim Ratcliffe and that David Brailsford, whatever his name is. So at the end of the day, it's to me, the reason why Joe Glazer is there is because it's to show that Glazeronomics still reigns. You know what I mean? Like, still going to get the same bank loans. You know what I mean? So for me, I can't see it, Said. I cannot see it where on this moment, like, I can't see it. So getting gassed and being positive about it, I wasn't gassed about and being positive about the Murtough project and Arnold project. And I told you what it was going to lead to failure. But some people, they're happy because he got them a little Haribo cup and they're happy with that. So some of them might feel that was successful. Honestly, I'm not lying to you. One guy said to me, "But we won a trophy on the Murtough and Arnold."
Oh my God, that's the standards we're at right now, man. That's the bar. The bar's so low, man. You know what I'm saying to you? And this is the thing, man. You know, we've been used to a lot of mediocrity. That's where I think it is, though. It doesn't take a lot to maybe please United fans, though. When you look at it, Nordin, like we were happy with the Ronaldo sign. Remember, I know probably you was not, but a lot of people were happy when we signed Ronaldo. And don't get me wrong, he bought us nostalgia, he bought us a lot, yeah. But in reality, was it best for the football club to buy Ronaldo? No, that happened under the Glazer ownership. Sorry, under the watch of John Murtough and the Glazer, of course. But John Murtough was meant to be the football director, saying, right, we're not going in this direction. We're not going in that. But commercially, that got involved. Again, who's to say that might not happen again? Let's say, for example, yeah, let's give a player now that's available, that could be available, sorry, right now, Nordin, that's commercially very, very good for the football club. Do you reckon Joe Glazer might not get as giddy and say, right, you know, we're not going to go down that route, we're going to go down the sporting route? This is where I hope this next football director stays firm in his approach. And if he doesn't, then he says, I'm leaving because this doesn't fit my philosophy. I'd rather have that than someone who's a puppet to the Glazers. You know, that's what I want. I want someone who comes in, has a plan, and says, right, this is what I'm going to do, Nordin. And I think then everyone can get involved, Nordin. And we can all get involved and say, right, we're behind this football structure because we know where it's going. But if you don't, and you don't have a plan, then it's not going to go anywhere, Nordin. And that's where my headspace is at. You know what I'm saying, Nordin?
100%. So, listen, at the end of the day, it's just for me. Why is Joe Glazer part of the football operation, overseeing the football operation? Why is he there? Why?
Yep.
If from what has been released, what's been alleged there, what's been released, why is he part of the David Brailsford and Jim Ratcliffe sitting on that there? Why? At the end of the day, Manchester United spoke to Dan Ashworth. He's the former Brighton's director of football. He went to Newcastle. He's at Newcastle now. Before he went to Newcastle, they had a chat with Manchester United. He looked at it and thought, Glazeronomics, I can't work. No director of football can ever work with Glazeronomics. And by the way, what I mean by Glazeronomics, it's the way we buy and sell. We spend money on these players, give them big wages because we sign them on book value. Go and look up all these terms that are accounting finance terms. But I've done the research. I've looked into it and I've gone, no football club does that. So we sign them for the length of the contract. We don't sign the player how good or bad they are. So at the end of the day, if you're going to get a competent director of football, if you're going to get a competent CEO, you need to be able to let them do their job. But Glazers do not. That's why they always promote it from within, Saeed.
Yeah.
And the evidence is on my side.
But now, so why am I getting... he's actually not promoted from within. But now this is the situation.
But why am I getting gassed now and being hopeful when I know that Joe Glazer is still the major shareholder and decision maker of the football club? Why am I getting gassed about that? And we already know that people have to wait for him to wake up in Florida.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's Thanksgiving. Before Thanksgiving Day, that'll be the situation. Big up to Nedu, he says. Big up my guy Nedu, he says. Big up Saeed and Nordin, much love. He says, United can't just do something right, I swear. What's the use of Joe Glazer being part of the football operation when Jim is hiring people for that SMH? Well, this is it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think for me, this is what it would have been easier for him to step aside and say, right, I want full 100% control. But obviously, he can't afford it. Radcliffe cannot afford 100% right now. He has to obviously find revenue. I don't know where he's going to find it, but he has to find a way of making that 10 billion up in the course of, let's say, 3 or 4 years. Right now, the Glazers want a lot of money. So they said, you know what, take 25% now. And then later on, if you want to buy more shares into the business, then you're going to have to pay more money. So, you know, I look at it from this point of view. I think for me, we have to see it to believe it. But also, I just want to see a football club that has a plan. If we can have a plan and have a roadmap, I don't think anybody complains, Snowden. Okay, we don't want Jim Ratcliffe here. For me personally, he's a rat for going to bed with the Glazers. But for me, the biggest thing for me is that everyone knows where the football club is going. He comes into a press conference. The biggest thing that Jim Ratcliffe could do, yeah, is come into the press conference, yeah, and say, right, this is what we're going to do. This is a plan. This is what we're going to be like. This is what we're going to try and do, and have a roadmap so everyone can follow. 2 years' time, we're doing this. 3 years' time, we're doing that. Everybody knows what's going on in the next couple of weeks, or so a couple of years. That would you kind of like that, or are you still going to be saying, you know what, nah, not for me?
No, Saeed, I'm sorry, Saeed. I keep it me. 18 years I protested against the Glazers. For me, Glazers out. And for me, if you are accommodating and giving the Glazers an investment to stay at the football club, then you are as bad as the Glazers. So for me, Saeed, I'm sorry. There is no winning me over. There is no short term, long term. There isn't any of that. Full sale only, and I stay stand on that, and I stay principled on that. Simple. That is that's the bot. If you want to know my 100% truth, that's the truth. I don't give an inch, mate. I've never done that, and I'm never going to do it. I was there at the first protest in 2005. So for me, you can bring in whoever you want, and Glazers, as long as Glazers are involved at this football club, the debt's going to remain. The debt and the amount of things that we own always going to remain. So the idea that I'm going to get excited about, to me, the only way for me that I was ever get excited or hopeful is that if Jim Ratcliffe takes over the football club fully, or somebody else buys the football club fully, that's it. Because then it's a what would you say? Regardless of what I think of Ineos, how they've not had any success in sport. Really, they haven't. They've not, other than maybe the first year in cycling. The guy won the Tour de France. Do you know what I mean? They won the Tour de France. Mercedes, for me, are no longer, it's Red Bull now are running things. Nice are in second place by 1 point, but it's only like after 12 games gone, so nothing to get excited about. So for me, at the end of it, just shows me. It shows me Ineos's record in sporting institutions, but I still, after all that, still say, if they took over the club fully, took Manchester United off the New York Stock Exchange, if they sorted out the football structure, and sorted out the infrastructure as well, the structure and operationally and the infrastructure.
If you know, let me ask you a question though.
I would be something to be hopeful. I was at the stadium yesterday. Guess where I was sat yesterday? I was sat in Sir Alex Ferguson stand.
Yeah.
And I was sat the bit between Stretford and that corner where he joins the Stretford end. And the seats are there even more cramped than the seats on the other side.
The long legs,
Luckily, because I went with big up Ali and Ben. We're with Ali and Ben, my friend and neighbor.
We had a light show yesterday, and is that the Jim Ratcliffe? Is that part of the new Jim Ratcliffe regime? No. We're getting light show now. We're getting a new light show.
Women's. I'm sorry, they do it for most women's. That's part of the WSL.
Bro, they need to do it for the men's as well, but they need to put a little bit of light show. They can't fix the roof, but they can fix the.
It was raining and it was dripping on me. It was leaking still. The roof is leaking, dripping on me. So
the roof,
you know where we are.
Man. Oh my
Luckily,
God.
Nobody had to sit next to us, so I had to sit sideways. So that I didn't have to sit straight. So at the end of the day, listen, it is what it is. But for me, you're only ever going to get anything from me. Jim Ratcliffe's a rat. He's a snake. He is a vulture. helping the Glazers to stay there. So for me, Glazers out, mate. Full sale only. And I'm not asked about. I'm not gonna be persuaded by 3-year plan to get rid of it. No, I don't care, man. If you listen, you tell people your company Ineos turns over 60 billion a year, right? This is what you tell people. Why can't you buy the football club outright?
Yep, 100%. Yeah, you're spot on.
Why can't you?
Spot on.
Why? And I won't mind that the company. It's you and your pals. Buy the football club outright. So for me, all it has done is enabled Glazers. You know, all of those different companies in America, all the other vultures. You know, the New York Stock Exchange. You know, the Elliott Group and all this other group and that group. Remember all those Muppets that we were looking at?
Yeah.
That's what, to me, that's what Ratcliffe is. Ratcliffe has just enabled the Glazers to stay. And 25%, you ain't, to me, going to make the changes on the footballing side that are going to be sustainable for us to go forward as a football club. It's not. And I'm not going to be convinced. I'm not going to be convinced.
Apparently, there's some news coming out now about Raphael Varane. He's apparently reported to be unhappy with the situation at Man United and wants to leave the club. The price tag is expected to be around 20 to 30 million euros. And then he carries on saying, Varane has been discussed as potential January target. The internal opinion that Frenchman is an interesting player. However, move could be realistic. Not a hot topic at the moment. Varane earns high wage at United, around 17 million a year. That's another thing as well. We gave a lot of wages to a lot of people, man. The Frenchman is unhappy with the situation at United and wants to leave. Price tag is 20 to 30 million. Damn, man.
I told you.
You know what I mean?
What did I tell you?
I knew he was unhappy, but a lot of people say, "Oh, he's not unhappy." But getting reports from the Athletic and whatnot, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of them. But Plettenberg, like I said, if that's rumors are coming out now, Bayern Munich as well, with their centre backs here, they've got the guy from the former Ajax player. They've got
Blind.
No, not Blind. No, the other one, Dillit. They've got Dillit, Upamecano. They've got, I think, another centre back as well. Kim Min-jae as well. Yeah, they got Kim Min-jae as well. But they want to win the Champions League as well. You know what I'm saying? So,
they're linked with Varane, yeah.
Well, yeah, just coming out now. Varane possibly discussing.
Listen, he's only gonna go to Saudi to get the big box, right? So I'll say this. I said, but you know what, Manchester United fans, don't worry, because we already signed a replacement for him, and that is 35-year-old Johnny Evans. So I don't know why you're panicking. Don't panic. That's not panic here.
Listen, Varane is not washed, man. Listen. Hold on. Can I just address a lot of things?
But listen.
No. Listen,
we've signed this replacement already. 35-year-old, young, starting centre half, can play left foot, right foot. Johnny Evans. So relax, people.
Yeah, but listen, for me, this idea that Varane is washed, like, guys, man, come on, man. Varane is not washed. He could do a decent job this season. I think the problem is, though, what do Man United want to do? Do Man United want to sell him while he's high? Fair enough. Sell him while he's high. Go get a centre back in. But this idea that United go and sell Varane and then don't buy a replacement would be absolutely ludicrous. We have to find a replacement. That's why I put one of the fan base, the title of the video, centre back hunt for Man United. We need a centre back in summer. If he is going to leave, then that's fair enough, man. So it is what it is. But Varane's a big leader to lose in the dressing room, man. To not replace him and then expect Maguire and Evans to be there.
Listen, for me, this is where me and you disagree in it, right? For anybody to find form, to sustain being the first team, being a leader and all that BS, you have to stay fit. I'm sorry to say, he's made out of glass. So for me, I'm not sleeping. I'm not losing any sleep over Raphael Varane. For me, it's simple. If you're fit and you're consistent, then your leadership qualities, your form, your class can show. But if you come back in, it takes you one. I've told you this before. In professional football, it takes 4-5 games for you to get match fitness, right? 4 to 5 games for you to gain match fitness. Varane comes in for 3 games, gets injured. He's out for another 6 to 7 games. He comes back again for 3 games. I'm sorry. I can't.
No, I disagree, man.
Sorry.
I get it. He's injury prone, but he's not had serious injuries though. He's had niggles. He's had a couple of.
But that's even worse. Saeed, that's even worse because they're not getting better. That his body keeps breaking down. Like, it keeps happening. You know why it's worse? Because it keeps happening. You look at last season. How many months did he miss last season? How many months did he miss?
Let me
This
go
season
find his
already?
injury record, because you know what? Sometimes people can say it's as bad as what people
Nah,
think,
it
but
is, man.
let me
I'm
actually
sorry,
look at
Saeed. I'm
his.
sorry. It's horrendous.
Let
People
me
moan
look
about
at his
Martial.
record.
People moan about Martial. Ratcliffe Varane is injured as much as Martial, mate.
Yeah, injury record. I'm gonna check his injury record because, like I said, a lot of people say he's been out injured a lot, etc., etc. But I'm gonna show you what his injury record is like. And with proof. And guys, please, guys, like the video as well, people, man. Over 630 of you here. We haven't hit 300 likes yet. Guys, hit the like button on the video. So he came in. What season did he come in, by the way? He came in this season. So he got a hamstring injury. So he came in here, the club here, 15 days. He was out for uh in October. November, he was out till December. He was out for 50 days. 4 days in February. Um, in March, he was out for 9 days. April, he was out for 18 days. October the 3rd, he was out for 5 days. Um, October the 22nd to the 14th, another 23 days. October the 14th, he was out until May, 24 days. And in August to September, he was out for 27 days. But obviously, in them fixtures, he's missed 3 games, 1 game, 7 games, 7 games, and 4 games. So as much as he's been out for a while, he's only missed, if you can count that there, Norden, you know what I mean? What, 14, 18, 19, 22, 23, 24, 35, and what, 30, 38 games. He's missed basically a season of football. Yeah, 38 games across 2.5 years of being at Man
Well,
United.
that's a lot
So he's
for me.
missed
That's a lot. That's
38. Is
to me,
38
when you
games
miss
a
a
lot
whole
of
season,
a lot?
when you miss a whole season of league games,
Yeah,
to me that's
yeah,
just way too much. I'm sorry, it's way too much.
yeah.
If you miss 3 months, Saeed, you will have an argument. He's missed a whole season of
Mm.
games, Premier League games.
Huh.
That's too much.
Listen,
That's
listen.
not reliable,
Don't talk
mate.
about Luke Shaw, guy. No, hold on a minute. Don't talk about Luke Shaw, because apparently now on
Oh
Twitter,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Saeed,
it's
we're gonna
been
talk about it. Saeed, that is the podcast I'm doing. Luke Shaw is not your savior, mate. Everybody's getting excited. Luke Shaw, Luke Shaw, Luke
Luke
Shaw.
Shaw's back. Apparently Luke Shaw's back, and apparently, the idea, yeah, I put it on Twitter. I said, why is
Ten
everyone getting
Hag ball's coming
enthusiastic?
out. Ten Hag
Ten
ball's
Hag's
coming
ball
out because
coming
Luke
out.
Shaw.
We're gonna win the league. Apparently, we're gonna do everything like that. So I don't understand it, and this is what I'm trying to say. Like, you're going on about Varane, yeah, and we're quick to dismiss Varane, but apparently Luke Shaw has been over 9 years. He's now going to be the savior, and he should stay. No, I mean, no, Shaw's forgiven. No, bro, have the same energy for everyone. Have the same energy for every single person. It's simple as that. That's what I say to people. If you have the same energy for one player, have it for every single player. You know what I mean? But everyone's got their favorites. And this is the reality. Martial, for me, is another one. He can leave as well in the summer, you know?
Of course,
So,
Saeed.
I,
Saeed, if I told you last week, if I was in there, I swear to God, the whole of the first team will be get rid of. See you later. Ta-da. I'll shake hands with everybody.
yeah,
Ta-da.
yeah.
Starting with Onana, finishing, and just keep Hoyland. I would
Well,
only
Onana as
players
well.
that. No, yeah, everybody's going, mate. Ta-da. It's been a pleasure,
Wow.
mate. Ta-da, ta-da. Saeed.
Wow.
Say ta-ra, ta-ra. If I went in there, Saeed, are you kidding me? I'm
Yeah.
saying Arrivederci. The players that I'm keeping all the fighters. So all the people that fight, right? Because to build a winning culture, I need fighters. I need people who are going to go at each other.
Yeah.
I need the training ground to be intense. So anybody like the Lindelof, the Harry Maguires, CL Tarame, Scott McTominay's, see you later, Casemiro, Varane, Tarame, you're all see you later. The likes of Bruno, anybody who throws their arms around, see you later. That alone, Tara. You try to do everybody's job on the football pitch, but except for your own. Tara, all these are disqualifiers for me. So all of them will go. I'll keep Hoyland. I've not seen enough Amrabat yet, but then they can leave as well. Anyway, he's only on loan anyway, so he's not that big thing.
Right, listen, man. Another one that again, that sign is pissing me off.
And then
I
Mason
rated him,
Mount.
man.
You know what, Mason Mount? Do you know why? Because I'm not seeing enough of him. So the people that need to be seen to be given a chance, they're good enough or not. And if they're not good enough, I'll see you later. Ta-ra. So for me, that's what it would be. But I'm not in charge, people. And if I was in charge, I promise you, give me 2 years, Manchester United will be challenging for a league
But
title.
you know what
and
it
a
is, though?
Champions
That's the
League.
problem, though, with United, though. We need to have uncomfortable conversations about who stays, who goes, and this is the problem. But problem is with me, is that
So
every
how
time
can
we say, right,
how can we even have that conversation when we can't sell players? The only senior player that left last
that's
season,
what we need to know.
because you
We
wanted
need
to
to know
know.
how they can sell. Can
Yeah,
they sell well, these
no,
lot,
they
the
can't.
new
That's
structure?
Saeed.
Can
No,
they sell
Saeed.
well?
How
Can they
can you
sell well?
How can you sell on the Glazeronomics unless the player really wants to leave and the player and the agent agree with a fee with the other club? How?
You know what's mad, yeah? I'm going to show you all the departures of Man United in the past couple of years, right? Let me just bring it up right now. But it's crazy, though. The biggest kind of deal we've had in a while has been thingy. What's his name? I'm gonna show you now. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Guys, make sure you like the video. There's over 700 in here. I'm gonna show you all our transfers in the last couple of years. Can you guys see that? Yeah. So last season we sold Elanga for 17 million euros. I think we could have got more for that. Dean Henderson, we let it go, let it go, let it go. It fizzled out. To be honest with you, that's not a bad sell because he's not even playing for Crystal Palace at the minute. He's not even he's struggling to get into the team. So yeah, listen,
Is he
I'll
fit
take
again?
that.
Is he fit again?
He's
Yeah.
not fit. He's injured again. He's injured again. He got injured against United, man. You don't remember when he was playing against us?
Oh yeah,
He
he
got
did.
injured
Yeah, he
against
fell
us.
down. Yeah.
Fred is in the team. He got obviously sold for 9 million. We could have got more for that as well, but we dilly-dallied around.
No, he left. Saeed, he left. He left. There's a difference.
Yeah, he left.
If he
Yeah,
wanted
he
to,
left.
I'm
He
telling
left.
you now, he would have stayed. He left.
Yeah. Kovar was another one as well. We got some apparently buyback clause.
How much we sell
Sorry?
Kovar for?
5 million euros.
Joke.
So we got that. All right, let me just take this shit off the screen, man. Fucking hell. Okay, cool. Right, okay. Then you've got Alex Telles, 4 million. We bought it for our 15 million. Zidane Iqbal, 1 million. But again, there's a long-term plan. Free transfer for Bailly. Brandon Williams on loan. Tina Menji, I think undisclosed fee. And then we'll go David Gea as well. If we are being honest, could we have got something for David Gea? We let it go to the last minute. That didn't go well as well.
His contract ran out. Yeah.
Yeah, but then the way we handled it was bad as well, man. You get me? So that's another one here. Okay, let me look at the season before that. You know, James Garner leaving for 13 million. Sorry, 15 million. Was that a bargain? We look at that as a bargain, or did we let him go for 10 million euros?
No, he's
Would
been
you
one
say
of the.
that's a bargain?
He's been one of Everton's best players. What are you talking about?
I know. That's what's crazy, man.
On the current market, he's worth about 30, 50, 35 million.
Yeah, there you go. Then
Saeed, I was on. He's so much better footballer than Scott McTominay. 100%.
Yeah, I know he is. He's a better footballer than Scott McTominay, but obviously Alex Ferguson and them guys, you know what I mean? They said, yo, Scottish guy, got to keep him in here. You know what I mean? He's a brave heart of Man United. You know what I mean? He knows he gets it. So that's why he ended up staying. What else? Andres Pereira. I think to me, I'll take that money. 9 million, 10 million. I'll take that. Marseille, Eric Bailly, again, another one. Cheap. Dave Chong at the time, 1 million is what it is. Jesse Lingard, another one that United could have sold, but dilly-dallied around. I remember John Murtough didn't let him go, did he?
Could have got 25 million from West Ham.
But John Murtough did say to him, you can't leave or something, didn't it? He told him you can't leave. Remember, he did the interview. So, again, that's another one as well. Nemanja Matic, free. I'll take that because he's on his last legs. Mata on his last legs. Paul Pogba. When you actually deep it, Paul Pogba, we could have actually got some money out of him, Had he signed a contract a bit earlier or whatever, then wanted to leave a couple of seasons later, we could have got a substantial amount of money. But we let him go on a free for Paul Pogba. I know his career's not.
I even said it was a contract because that's what I'm trying to explain to you. That's what Glazeronomics is. You wait for the transfer to be the contract to run out, and then they can go for free. That's the only way we do it. We can't sell players. We can't. Saeed, no football club has undersells in one of the biggest iconic football clubs. We are the worst at selling players. The worst. Real Madrid get money, mate. Players leave Real Madrid, they get money. Players leave Bayern Munich, they get money. Players leave Juventus, they get money. Players leave Barcelona, they get money.
They get money. Yeah.
Players leave Liverpool, they get money.
They get money, man. They get money for little players like that, man.
City
Showtime's on
like
loan.
Chelsea sell players and like recruit 200 grand in no time.
Yeah.
For just selling to Saudi clubs.
This is our best sale so far. Dan James, guys. Dan James. And James,
you know what?
Man.
Big up to Leeds. We made a profit on him, actually.
Leeds are flying at the minute. Big up to my guy Joe. My guy Joe, he's a Leeds fan, yeah. He's loving Leeds at the minute. They're playing well, and you know what? He's at the heart of it as well. You know, it's crazy. My list is out of date.
Is he still not at Fulham, alone at Fulham?
Yeah, he's at Leeds. They think they loaned him. He was on loan, wasn't he? He was on loan to Fulham.
Okay, so is he back at Leeds now? Yeah, Dan James.
Yeah, back at Leeds. Yeah, back at Leeds. Yeah.
All right, banging it in.
And that's it. Obviously, loan transfers there. Then that season we bought. Who did we sell on that one? Chris Smalling, 15 million. You know,
and plus he pushed for that. He pushed to go. He was like, "No, I'm not." He said, "You know what? One thing I will always, and if I ever meet him, I will always big him up and say, you know what? You could have sat there like Jones, like sat on that 5-year contract, but you were like, nah, I want to play football. So big up to him, man. Big up to Chris Smalling.
Big up to you, yeah. No. Big up to Chris Smalling, man.
Yo, do you remember that he got robbed? The armed thieves came into his house.
Yeah. And he had jiu-jitsu. And he fought them off because he knew jiu-jitsu, innit?
No.
And martial arts, not black belt.
Then they took off. They robbed him, innit? Because he's had his baby and wife. He thought he could fight them, and then at the end, innit, he couldn't fight with guns, mate. He had to just go, okay. They took money, they took jewelry, they took all these different things.
Okay. Marcus Rojo free. Diego Dallo, obviously that was a loan. Jesse Lingard, obviously that was time ago there. Again, nothing for that point here. That was the season we bought Maguire. Remember Lukaku, we got our money back. Remember we bought him for that amount of money. We got our money back.
We lost about 5 million, I reckon.
Yeah, sorry, 5 million. Yeah, we lost 5 million over that one.
Again, the only other player we got nearly our money back was what's his name? Di Maria, yeah. We actually made a bit of money on him, Di Maria. We made a bit of money on him.
Look at Dalen Blind. We sold it for 16. We only got it for 40 million, so we made a 2 million profit. Boy, I'm trying to look there. Yeah, Diego Dallo, that was a season. That was a season where I felt like Jose Mourinho didn't get back, man. Look at Jose Mourinho that season. He only got to spend 82 million. That's shocking, man. That's why I was like...
And he never wanted Fred. He never wanted Fred either.
He never wanted Fred. Yeah. He wanted other players. But again, he got that much anyway.
Who did we get from Stoke? Let me see. Who did we get from Stoke?
Stoke. Oh, that Lee Grant. Remember Lee Grant, the keeper that we never heard of? Lee Grant. Keep on looking. Obviously, we bought Romelu Lukaku that season. So, Aaron Mkhitaryan, we ended up doing a free swap deal. Yalazar, 8 million. Bro, this is so bad, you know, man.
That was a season there. The worst. There's no football club worse than Manchester United at selling players.
Wow, this is so bad. This is so bad, man.
In the last 6 or 7 years, we only rescued 2 players. No, 7 years. We only got our money back quickly because we sold them quickly. It was Lukaku and Di Maria.
That's depressing, man. Let's get out of here, man. That's depressing, guys. That's depressing.
Saeed, thank you so much. When I'm in the chat, when I'm talking about Glazeronomics, that's Glazeronomics. That is Glazeronomics.
Yo,
well, Man City,
that is so bad.
Saeed, when Man City are selling youth goalkeepers for 20 million, what does that tell you? When Chelsea sell players, Saeed, who've never even kicked the ball for them in the Premier League for 30 million.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? Let me just get this super chat. Big up to Exclusive Mindset. Is a Barca fan. What do you all think of the Gavi injury? Too many players are getting injured. FIFA and UEFA care about money. I can't wait for the Super League. Wow. Damn, man. You know what? For me, sorry to hear about Gavi. Very, very unfortunate injury, man. You know what I mean? Didn't need to stay on more than that. It was a meaningless game. I think Spain have qualified already. Very, very sad, man. And you know what? I spoke about it today on my video, Midday Live, and it is going to happen a lot more because players are playing more games, they're muscle fatigue, so it is going to affect the quality. You're going to have to see more injuries, unfortunately. So, yeah, man, it's sad. Hopefully, he gets better soon and a speedy recovery, man. Absolutely. But Nordin, let me ask you a question, Nordin. Yeah. So, what would be your kind of message to kind of Jim Ratcliffe and whoever's coming in? Like, who would be your message to them? Like, for them to sort out first, is it selling players better? Is it recruitment? What is it that you want them to concentrate on? I know, let's say, I know you don't like them. I know, but they've got to be here to do something, Nordin. What would you tell them to do?
Buy the fucking football club outright.
No, but Nordin, come on, man. Listen,
No,
I
no,
want that as
Saeed, I'm
well.
sorry, Saeed. No, I don't. Saeed, I'm sorry, right?
Okay,
I'm
so what
sorry.
are we going to do then in the meantime?
No,
You have
no,
to do something
listen.
in the meantime.
No, for me, I just expect what I expect anyway. And my expectations are zero.
You know how I analyze it. Say now you got your missus and you got the father, yeah. They've separated, Northern, yeah. They've
Yeah.
separated, but they're there for the kids. They have to be there for the kids, right? Now I want you to be there for the kids. I want you to tell me how they can fix it. What would be the message if you was telling, right, we need to do this for the kids. We need to do this for the fans. We need to get the football club doing in terms of structure. I hate them. I hate the Ratcliffe. I don't want him here, but I need
Yeah.
to know what's going to happen then. Because they're here. I wanted Qatar, but what am I supposed to do right
Listen.
now, Nord?
No, I'm sorry, Saeed. So the biggest thing is my message to Jim Ratcliffe is buy Manchester United full outright. The first thing I want you to do when you do that is take Manchester United of the New York Stock Exchange, is to bring back
Yeah,
where it says Manchester United Football Club, pay the taxes
yeah,
in this country because it's registered in this country. I need you to
yeah.
move back to the country and stop going to Monaco to Dutch talks. That's what I would say to him. So you're not gonna get any nitty-gritty thing out of me. My first message to Jim Ratcliffe is buy Manchester United outright. Take us off the New York Stock Exchange. Build the
Bad
infrastructure.
analogy.
That's
Is
how
that
it
a bad
is.
analogy? Is
No,
that a
no,
bad
it's not.
analogy? I
No,
don't
I
think that's a
understand.
bad
No.
analogy.
So actually, it's a good analogy because you're saying, if you're asking me, if you're saying to me, Nuruddin, I don't have a baby mother, by the way, so let's not stop the rumors
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
if I
yeah,
had a
yeah.
baby, if I say my partner and we had a kid and we separated, say my partner, my wife, we separated, and there was a kid,
Yeah.
I just have to swallow the fact that I don't want to be with her, but I've got to be there for the kid. So it's not a bad analogy at all. But
Yeah,
for
that's
me,
what I'm saying to you. That's why
no,
I've asked you.
but Saeed, I'm sorry. Manchester United Football Club, we can solve this easy. To me, the analogy would be if, let's say, I move out and
Yeah,
I bought the couch and the TV and I bought the furniture, but she wants to hold on to the furniture. Let's say we haven't got any kids, right? So we
yeah.
get divorced, and she wants to part of the furniture. I'm like, yo, like buy the furniture from me outright, or I'm moving the furniture out. See you later. Simple as. So that would be the analogy. And to me, it'd be simple. It'd be like, buy me out. Give me
Yeah.
the money for the couch. Give me the
Why?
money for the
What
bed.
is it? Where's it coming from? Are you more disappointed that people are just kind of like giving in to Ratcliffe? You think that the people have
Yeah,
just kind of lost
Saeed,
their
we're
voice?
going to talk about it. This 25% toxic positivity, mate. I'm not here for that. People twerking right, left, and center. I don't know if you see it on my timeline.
No,
I
I see.
see
I
it
see it.
fully. I see that, honestly, Saeed, people are literally twerking. People are buying new boots, mate. New underwear. That's how bad it is. That's how bad they're twerking. They're getting new underwear, man. When they're like,
Yeah,
that excitement. Every other day, you know how the British media is teasing out.
yeah,
Tomorrow,
yeah, yeah.
Ratcliffe tomorrow is gonna be announced. I'm like, what's gonna be announced? What does it mean? Has he bought the football club? To me, I always say something, wake me up when he's bought the football club. You think I'm gonna do a video about every detail? No, I'm gonna critique him. To me, he is there before there was the Glazers. Now we never see the sister. We never see two of them or three of them. We never see. We
Yeah.
only see Avram.
Yeah.
The mullet man, the bold mullet man. We see
Yeah, the
Joe
mullet man.
Glazer.
Yeah, yeah,
And now, for
yeah,
me, the other brother that's coming to their family, they adopted, is Jim Ratcliffe. That's
yeah.
it. That's how I see it. Unless he buys them out and he separates himself from them, he is worse than them because he's allowed them to stay and keep Manchester United ownership. So what do you want me to be happy about?
No, I hear you, but this is what I'm trying to say. Like in the immediate future, obviously, we need to sort the centre back situation out. You know what I'm saying, and whatnot. If Varane does leave, who in the market are you looking at? Are you still looking at the one that I kind of was touting about, Todibo? Is he the answer? What centre back do you think we should be getting right now? And let us know in the chat any ones that you like in the chat right now. What centre back should Man United get in January? Because that's going to be the main priority. I don't think we're going to buy a
Saeed,
striker, if I'm being honest
Sa-
with you.
Sa-
Because
Saeed, the young strike, I want a young centre half that can grow into that role. The kid at Benfica is a bit of a leader. What's his name? Somebody in the chat, let me know.
oh yeah, the young kid. What's his
The
name?
young kid, yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah,
Can play out. Good on the turn. Good footballer. To me, aside, I'm not going to give you any names, but I'm going to give you the attributes that Manchester United are looking for. Somebody who's good in the air, good on the ball, can carry the ball. Somebody who's got amazing speed for recovery.
Silva.
Yeah. Somebody who's got amazing speed for recovery. Somebody who's an all-round leader, or somebody that you can give the captaincy to. That's what I'm looking for, Saeed. So the attributes are there. By the way, Saeed, can you just go down, just go up and just put that chat on there so I can just answer that question for him? Mix Madford.
Which one?
Mix Madford. He says, Nuruddin, what do you think of Real Madrid? If you go up, Mix Madford.
Mix Madford. Oh, this one here. Yeah.
Nuruddin, what do you think of Madrid? What do you think of Madrid if Ronaldo had an interview saying the owners don't care? Why is it all for United support storm the pitch, get the games called up? Because people are not willing to go to prison. People are not willing to go to jail because at the moment, whether you like it or not, we almost live in a police state. The UK is a police state, mate. At the end of the day, a majority of football fans, the militant ones who are anti-Glazer, the working class people, they've got to put food on the table for their families. These are working people. So the ones who really want them out, so they're really going to be, there's going to be convictions for them to do that. They're going to be banned. And then they're going to face criminal charges. So that is where we are. And at the moment, there's no legal way to protest properly. Because even when you're protesting, you got to let the police know. That's why I always say anybody. That's why I tell anybody, don't ever organize a protest if you want people to.
I didn't organize it last time, but they came up to me, the police.
Yeah.
They tried to basically, did you organize this?
No, I didn't organize Jack. I just saw the flyer and I shared it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
I was just part of it. I'm just part of the protest.
Because if anything happens, you can be done in a court of law. So that's why you've got to we did a march for Palestine on Saturday, and you have to agree on a route on where it stops.
Yep.
For me, it's just ludicrous.
Oh, is it? Seriously?
Yeah.
You got to agree. Wow.
You got to agree with them. You got to have a plan where you have to do this. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
That's why we don't. That's what I'm saying to you.
Yeah.
That's why.
By the way, big up everyone who came to the march on Saturday, man. It was an amazing march, man. I seen it. You know what I mean? Big up to everybody who's marching for Palestine always, man. Solidarity.
Love and life for Palestine, man. And hold tight the Dubai cowards and all the other Arab leaders who are cowardly. Who are letting people get slaughtered in it. Hold tight cowards in it. You saw that. And hold tight to all the Latin American countries like Bolivia and Chile and all the global protests started everywhere, all across every continent. People are shouting the name Palestine. So love and light to that, man.
Yeah, absolutely. But
I can't believe that it's at the lights. Are you taking the effing biscuit?
Yeah,
we just explained to you what Glazeonomics is. You're never going to get that in any other podcast. Nobody's going to go through what we sell. How we don't sell. What are you talking about? How many of them are here, Said? How many of them are here?
There's 700 in here.
No, you're taking the piss.
You know what? Let me ask you a question, Nuruddin, yeah?
No, that's I'm sorry to say, but they're tight like the Glazers, mate. You might to me, you're all Glazers, in. It costs you absolutely nothing to do that. Nothing. We're not even asking you to join. Just smash a like.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let me ask you a question, Nuruddin. In terms of the fixtures coming up, just a quick one.
No, I'm going to ask you the question or not. Listen, I'm going to ask you the question. What do you think? I'm going to ask you the question you asked me, because for me, he's an enabler. So for me, he has to take full ownership. But I'll ask you the question. What do you think is important for Ratcliffe to fix when he comes in?
That's a good question, For me, I just want to see footballing people in here. I want to see footballing people. I want to see people that know what they're doing. I want to see not contracts given out easily. Like, listen, I love Casemiro, yeah, but reality is, yeah, was he the right signing that we needed to happen at that time? Not. I'm not saying I didn't want him here, and I'm not happy he's here, but I'm glad. I want people to make a sign that makes sense to what you're doing, like not just buying Mount for the sake of it. Anthony, like if that signing doesn't work, like how City, yeah, City get a signing done in, yeah, and if they don't, if they don't go, if it goes above a certain price, they end up saying, you know what, we don't really
Yeah.
need him,
See you later.
you
Yeah.
know, and then
Yeah.
it says see you later. That there, Nuruddin, I think it's so important, Nuruddin, to say
Yeah.
right, that's it now. We're good. We're okay now. We're good. We don't need it. We're all good,
Facts.
etc. etc. That's what I think. United don't do that. And that's the problem with United at the minute. Is that
Yeah.
we need to say right, no is no. We're gonna move away now. We're gonna walk away from negotiating. We're gonna see someone else. Come on, man, you've got to do that. This is where it comes down to football structure. Can you be able to say, right, if that player doesn't come into football club, can we get that player? Not just stick to that only player. Yes, it's good to persist, yeah, but not to the detriment of the whole budget being spent. 60 million on Mount with 1 year left on his contract. You got a deep in Odin. We could have been here the next year, Odin. I got it for free.
Facts. I said that. I said it at the time. I said we could get this guy for free. For free, mate.
And Chelsea would have been calm. They would have said, "Yeah, no worries. Just see out your contract, and we'll leave you for free.
So
We'll let
we
you go
would
for
have given
free."
him maybe 20 more, maybe 30 more % in the wages. That's it. But you know what?
Yeah.
I'd rather do that than spend 60 million. So listen, at the end of the day, but the question I throw back to you: what's the point of getting football people in when they have to perform on the Glazeronomics?
That's the ultimate question, Nordin. That's the ultimate question, and that obviously is something that we can't really answer now. But it is the word. You have to be cautiously optimistic. If you can be pessimistic, you can be saying but a lot of people who are very very positive, you've got to be cautious on the way you say and the way you go about it. You can't just say, "Okay, cool, we're done," etc. etc. Man United are back. You're gonna have to be very very. You have to tread carefully, man, because once you get your hopes up. You know what I mean? It all comes crashing down. And listen, for all Claude Blanc has done, fair enough, but it's a different kettle of fish at Man United. Paul Mitchell, I've looked at his last couple of ones.
Saeed, I'm not going to lie to you.
He's been a bit hopping around.
I'm not going to lie to you. I look at Blanc guy. Juventus were in trouble. They said to him, please help us. They gave him everything to sort out. They gave him free reign.
Yeah.
Do you think you're going to get free reign when Joe Glazer's about, mate?
No. This is it, man. You ain't gonna get that free reign. That's another issue as well. You're not gonna get that free reign.
For me, I can't get excited about every footballing people when they don't have free reign. And there's zero evidence from everything that I'm hearing now that tells me footballing people are gonna get free reign to sort out what they need to sort out. Saeed, don't get it twisted. There is so much to sort out. The gap between us and City and Liverpool, the gap is huge, mate. It's huge.
Yeah. Huge. Absolutely, man. Absolutely huge. So
we just showed you Fred was the only senior player this season. David De Gea contract ran out. The only player who was still under contract, and we sold him for 9 million.
Yeah. Crazy, man, crazy. But listen, people, man, we're gonna wrap it up here. Big up to everybody who's here. Make sure you like the video, man. It's been a good show. Throwback me and Nordin just having a chilled out conversation about United. So if you've enjoyed the video, make sure you smash the like button. Big up to everybody who's super chatting as well today.
Yeah. Also, I'll just say this, people. Let us know in the comments. I'm happy to go watch the comments. What you're positive about this? Show me your. Get your skates on and start twerking, people, because I want to see what this toxic positivity is about. So I want to know. The question is the question Saeed asked me in the comments. Those of you watch this later, I want you to tell me what you're asking for Jim with his 25%.
Yeah, let us know in the comments.
To fix it.
Yeah.
What's he going to fix?
Let us know what you think is positive about Jim Ratcliffe coming in and his football structure. Let us know, people. But join us over on United Real Therapy, people. We're going to be live after this as well now. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel.
That's the link,
and big up to Aaron. And big up to everyone here. And I'll see you soon, guys. Take care. Bye.